the planes. Atif El-Kadi is the CEO of Ontario International Airport. He's going to share with us about the airport. So,
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Really happy to be here. I remember when Bobby called me and asked me to join you today. I was very excited. Then he told me the time that I needed to be here. However, once I realized it was week 1 of Corona Norco Unified School District and I would miss the chaos in my home, I was super excited to be here. So thank you. My family wasn't thrilled, but I was happy to be here. I actually got here even earlier than I was supposed to. So it's a pleasure to be here. Thank you very much. I want to thank you for being the first chamber in support to local control, and I want to thank Congressman Calvert. He has continued to help us and support us on a federal level in DC with a lot of the initiatives that we're trying to do, especially with our board led by President Wapner. So thank you, Congressman. I really appreciate it. You know, it takes, if it wasn't for all of that help, support, and coming to local control, the airport wouldn't be where it is today. We're very, very lucky to see the continued growth that we've had. We were recognized as the fastest growing airport in the country for 5 years in a row, and we're on track to serve more than 7 million people this year. So let's put that into a little bit of context. The last time the airport even came close to 7 million was around 2006, 2007. And so now we're about to hit that this year, and we're very excited about that, as long as CrowdStrike doesn't do any more updates. So we will be okay. And Boeing keeps their planes in the air. So we haven't reached that, and it'll be the highest number we've ever reached since local ownership. And really what we're doing is we're looking how we expand our reach and enhancing our overall travel experience. So since 2016, we've made significant investments with our flights and our air service, and really bringing enhancing the economic vitality to our region. We've introduced international flights to Taiwan, Mexico, and El Salvador. Let me tell you a little bit about that flight to Taipei. There were a lot of doubters out there as how we would be able to fill a full plane all the way to Taipei. It is one of the busiest flights every single day that flies to Asia. And a lot of people aren't just going to Taipei, they're using that flight to connect to the Philippines, Vietnam, mainland China, because they don't want to deal with the traffic and the congestion at that other place. So with that being said, we're very excited that we're able to provide that. And domestically, we continue to grow. Dallas, Atlanta, Seattle, New York, and we are able to connect. I always tell people, and our board says this often as well, you can get to anywhere in the world from Ontario International Airport. By the time you might connect in a Dallas or a Phoenix, you're probably still trying to get off the 10 to get onto the 405. So you're already almost on your way to your final destination. It really makes it that much easier. We've also, anybody here have global entry for international travel? So if you remember, if you wanted to get global entry and you apply for it, it really helps you get back into the United States very easily. There were offices only at LAX. I knew some people that drove all the way to Tucson for their interviews. Now we have a global entry enrollment center here at our international terminal at the airport. You can make your appointment, you don't have to go far, and really made it very convenient. And actually in the month of October, our airport will be designated as a port of entry. We used to have to pay for our customs folks to be here. We won't have to do that anymore. They've recognized the growth, and they will have the officers here so that we can expand our hours. We're very excited. Again, that's another example of some of the federal help that we get from DC. So those are the things that are very important. Elevating the passenger experience. Let's talk about that a little bit. Who here loves chicken and Chick-fil-A? I mean, once we got that, we made it, right? So, I mean, that thing was closed and ready to open for about 4 years. Now, it's been open, and we're very excited to have that, but we've brought other things in, like a Brewery X in Terminal 2 that has a Topgolf swing suite. First airport in the world that has something like that. Actually, we just had the Food and Beverage Awards that we hosted, and that Brewery X got named the best America's pub brewery in North America, so which is very exciting, and we're very proud of it. If you have not seen it, I would encourage you to go. You actually don't have to travel to go into the airport. we have a program called ONT Plus. It's on our website. You fill it out, you get your QR code back in about 2 minutes, you show it to TSA, you go through security, and you can enjoy all the amenities in the airport, watch the planes take off. We do want you to book tickets too, but if you're not traveling anytime soon, you can go in and enjoy the different things the airport has to offer. We've done different things for the different retail, food and beverage. I remember when I first got here, and a lot of you will probably remember this, it was like a Schlotzsky's and an El Paseo, and that was it. And everything else is closed. It's very different now. We have a lot of retail, we have a lot of new concessions such as Urban Crave, and it is a very happening place at the moment, and we're excited about that. Now, I appreciate the partnership with Rancho, but if you still want to fly to Vegas, it's okay. You can do that, but we're excited about the partnership with Brightline as well. It's always great to have options, and we believe that this region, there's plenty of room for growth. And one thing to keep in mind is we're ranked as the 3rd best in the US for fast food accessibility. We're actually ranked #1 in California out of all the airports in JD Power for customer service. We have an amazing team and they do an amazing job. So we're looking ahead to the future and sustaining our growth. And what does that mean? A lot of people can ask about different flights and how that happens. We have a phenomenal air service development team and they're doing a great job. And they meet with airlines frequently. We, in our industry, when you go and recruit airlines, you go to a conference and it's kind of like speed dating. You sit down at a table, a bell goes off, and then you move on to the next airline. It usually takes about 2 years for an airline, once they say they're interested, till they get their staff here, get started, and go. So we've got a lot of, we've got some announcements that will probably be coming up. And we continue, the airlines, what they've done, our existing airlines, they've grown the number of seats. And what does that mean is they've brought bigger planes. And so that means we can have more passengers on flights. And we've continued to see that growth. Our board is very, very adamant that this is not my airport, this is not their airport, this is the community's airport. This is your airport. You should take pride in it. We're proud to serve you as an airport. There is absolutely no reason why ONT cannot be the aviation gateway into Southern California. We have the people, we have the businesses, and that's what we're aiming to do. We are just getting started. But we know because of the community we have here and the strength of your businesses that we're gonna accomplish that and more. I love being the underdog, and we will continue to show people that they were wrong. And that's really the premise and the resilience of the Inland Empire and why I love being a part of this community. And frankly, it wouldn't be done without the staff that we have at the airport, whether they work for the airport directly or for the airlines. I've worked at other airports overseas and in the US, but I am from California and it's great to be back here. These are the most passionate aviation professionals I've ever been around. To them, it's more than just a job. To them, it's about representing their community and showing off what they have to offer. It's truly the crown jewel of the Inland Empire. Granted, it wasn't taken care of for a very long time, but we brought it back to life and it wouldn't have happened without all of you. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day.